I was thinking you could break there.
Welcome to Loughborough University Stadium here at Holywell Park for today's total motion Midland Football League Premier Division fixture between Loughborough University and Heanor Town. We'd like to welcome the players, officials and supporters of Heanor.
Hey.
And we wish you a safe journey back to Derbyshire after today's game. We have today's lineups for you, and they are as follows. First of all, for Heanor Town, in goal, number 1, Wayne White. Number 2, Greg Marriott. Number 3, Adam Robley. Number 4, Joshua Craddock. Number 5 and captain, Sean Ralston.
Hey.
Number 6, Nick Hall. Number 7, Sam Vickers. Number 8, Danny Gordon. Number 9, Jamie Slay.
Hey.
10, Elliot Reeves. And number 11, Lawrence Constable. And today's substitutes for Heanor Town are Taylor and number 16, Jacob Crowell. Today's match officials are referee Darren Lasker and assistants Callum Park and Ben Bucock.
You can't get the clearance in your lungs, can you?
I'm here with manager Glenn Clarence and assistant manager Steve Hamilton and goalkeeper Wayne White following the 3-1 defeat to Loughborough University in the Midland League Premier Division. And Glenn, frustrating day today. What did you make of the game?
I think it's important, to be honest, Chris. I thought they absolutely bopped us off the park first half. We couldn't get to grips with their formation, and it showed. Conceded an early goal, which made us change things. But having said that, once again we've had more chances than them in the first half. They've had all the possession. They've had the main of the play, but we've had 2 or 3 clear-cut chances, not half chances, clear-cut chances, and it's a recurring thing. We should be taking them. Second half, we go with a different game plan, and we've conceded a goal within another 5 minutes again, so that's killed us. A mistake, and then after that I don't think they've had a shot for the rest of the second half, and we've played a bit more direct and been camped in their half and probably had less chances in the first half, but we were more dominant, and we're just going through a slump, as we said last week. We've had the chances, and we've conceded another, at least one cheap goal, Chris. So we've had an honest and frank chat afterwards, and we're going to Tuesday night with hopefully a different mindset and a different mentality from the group, and not much more I can say to that. But on today's game, I think the better side won. I thought they were very good, they were very organised, they played some great stuff, and as we always say, this league's tough, but that's the best Loughborough University side we've played in 3 years. I thought they were really good.
And Wayne, Glenn mentioned that Loughborough didn't have many chances. From your end, how did you see the game going?
Yeah, like I say, our game management's not been good. We're conceding goals at bad times, and it sets you back, and it allowed them to play the way they wanted and make us chase the ball after being 2-0 down. So, like I say, we're making mistakes. One error at least for their goal today, and we've got to look at ourselves as a back 4 or 5, and the lads in front, that we've got to get back to keeping clean sheets. We kept 3 out of 4 probably about a month ago, so we know we have it in the group to keep a clean sheet, and it's up to the senior players, myself, Rollo, Nick in front of us. We've played a few games to know that we've got to look at ourselves and get back to doing the dirty stuff, really, putting our bodies on the line and clearing our lines and making sure that even if we're not taking our chances, we're not conceding, and like you say, it will turn for us, I'm sure. But yeah, very disappointing, but the early goal killed us, and it allowed them to play the way they wanted, make us chase the ball, and they did very well. So like I say, if we can keep a clean sheet for longer, get ourselves into the game and grow into the game, we're going to give ourselves a better chance.
Okay, and Hamo, the second half was a much improved performance from the first half. Can you take any positives from that going into the next games?
Yeah, well, I think at this moment in time, I'd just like to, if we could start the game at probably 45 minutes, because the topsy-turvy. I just wonder, and we've said to the players in there, why does it take 45 minutes and a bit of a rocket for all of a sudden people to have a little bit of spark and people to leave a foot in and get a little bit of an aggression in the game?
Well done.
But it's a big part of it, and we didn't know how to deal with them first off, or should I say, the players didn't know how to deal with them. They were going to try and press, but it was pressing half-hearted, and of course then they pick you off and they pass around you, and your top 2 or 3 are out of the game, and then all of a sudden they've got number advantage. So we did, as you quite rightly say, the game second half was a lot better. We pressed a lot better. We were a lot more aggressive, and as a consequence, we probably spent 70% of it in their half. Now we had chances again. There's chances falling to different people. Sam Vickers had a couple first half. Elliot had one that Nick's got a nudge on and back post. I can't remember anything clear, but I still reckon we've had 4 or 5 decent chances. You've got to take 2 or 3 of them really, because I think they probably only had 3 shots on goal and 2 went in back of the net. So yeah, I was more impressed with the second half, but it's still no consolation, is it? We've got nothing from the game. And we've said this now for 3 or 4 games, and so now when today we're in a position where probably we've been beaten by the better side, you're still saying the same old chat at the end, which is it's a lot of wind, isn't it? We're saying the same thing to the players. The players need to realise that you've got to give everything right from the start. You've got to start with aggression from the start. This is not academy football. This is, you've got to be on the front foot. You've got to go and press people. You've got to go and force people into errors. And we've came up against a side today that were very well drilled, knew how to deal with a game, knew how to manage a game, certainly could pass round us. And they did that certainly for large spells in the first half. But then we stopped them doing that. And probably till the last 5-10 minutes when they attempted to do it again. We pressed them in their half. But we've just got to try and turn this corner. We have got to stick together. We've got to be confident as a group. But the players have got to take a lot more on board. This league is unforgiving. We come here against a good footballing side today. You don't play too many of them. You play a lot of lads that work hard, try hard. They'll go for 95 minutes. We've got hopefully a nice distraction on Tuesday. That's the cup game, and it just puts the pressures a little bit more pressure on us now to go and win that game, get our confidence back, and then take that into the league. Because I'll tell you now, next Saturday, Cowser, is it? That's going to be a tough test, because we know the people there and they never know when they're beaten, and we've got to come up with the same resolve if we're going to get anything out of that game.
And then finally, Glenn, on to that League Cup game on Tuesday night against Heath's. Is this the perfect time to end the run before the Sporting Cowser game next Saturday?
You'd like to think so, Chris, but I think we could play Heath's under 12s, and if we don't take our chances and give them goals, they'll beat us. So it's plain and simple. Stop making mistakes, first of all, as Whitey says, and then we don't concede. So we're giving cheap goals away. Then we've got the issues of not putting the ball in the back of net. But on to Tuesday, possibly different personnel, possibly different shape. Might even play in a different kit. Might wear purple. But yeah, I'd like to touch on the fans today. I thought they were large spells, got behind us and tried to give us that push. It's not happening for us. We said that last week. You can go one or two ways, can't you? You can sulk and pack up and spit your dummy out, or you can man up, stick your chest out and put it right Tuesday night. I'd like to think we'll be doing that.
Yeah, we look forward to the game on Tuesday night against Heath's. Thank you.
Full time today in the Midland Football League Premier Division fixture between Loughborough University and Heanor Town. Loughborough University 3, Heanor Town 1. Goal scorers today for Loughborough University. In the 7th minute, Paul Braithwaite. In the 22nd minute, Joe Bochi. In the 48th minute, Matty Crooks.
Luke is on the camera! Luke is on the camera! La 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 la! La la la! Luke is on the camera! Luke is on